Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to Stretford Paddock. I am Adam McKola. Manchester United have beaten Forest at the City Ground 2-0 to put ourselves 3 points clear of Newcastle and 6 points clear of fifth place Spurs with a game in hand. Thursday night, I was really worried, not only for our Europa League campaign, but for the rest of the campaign, and in particularly our league campaign. I was worried we could slip up and drop out of that top four, especially without Lisandro Martinez, without Varane, without Luke Shaw, without Marcus Rashford. We're missing a whole lot of players out there today against Nottingham Forest, but we managed to get through it, and we managed to get through it really well, and there were good performances all over the park. Look, we'll be tested a lot more against Sevilla, a lot more against Brighton, and against other teams coming up for the remainder of the season. But it was vitally important we got a win today, especially after those results that we saw, Newcastle losing at Villa Park. We saw Spurs losing against Bournemouth. It was massively important that we took advantage of that and made sure to increase that gap, especially with people starting to sniff blood around Man United. So it was a huge win for Manchester United today, and I would have took the win by hook or by crook, by any means necessary. But it was actually a very good performance as well. I thought in the first half, we deserved the lead. I know there were a few moments where, maybe, Nottingham Forest had a chance, or they felt like they could do something. But it did feel like if Manchester United took their time, Bruno Fernandes was finding loads of pockets of space. Anthony Martial was picking the ball up and bringing others into play. Sancho and Antony looked a little bit lively. It felt like we could create chances. It felt like we could make something happen. And we did that. Anthony Martial loses the ball. He wins the ball back immediately. Great pressing from the front. He gets the ball back. He gives it to Bruno. Bruno finds another pass for him, which was delightful. Bruno today, fantastic. We're going to miss him against Sevilla on Thursday. It's a shame he's suspended because the form he's in right now is incredible. But he found that fantastic pass to Martial. Martial probably should have scored, took his chance. He draws the save from the keeper, Navas, who was excellent all day. And on another day, if it's another goalkeeper, United win probably 4-5-0. But Navas, in goal, making saves. He made the save. Antony follows it in and gets a goal. That was his first league goal since his goal against Everton. So it's been a while coming for him, and I thought he was very good today. He also got an assist for Manchester United's second goal as well, for the goal for Diogo Dalot. Again, fantastic running from Antony. He had about 4 or 5 Nottingham Forest players tracking back at him, but he managed to find the composure and find the pass for Diogo Dalot to finish it off and wrap up the points for Man United. So a very good day out for Antony today. I thought Anthony Martial led the line really well. Can't wait to see him fully fit. He missed the chance on 70th minute just before he went off, where he probably should have been scoring with. And hopefully when he gets that sharpness back, he starts tucking those away. But his all-round game today, bringing the ball into feet, turning, bringing others into play, passing the ball off and running on. I thought it was a very good all-round play from him. And it shows you how important it is to keep him fit as well, because there's a huge drop-off. Like when we lose Casemiro, the drop-off in midfield's huge. When we lose Anthony Martial, we've got no other strikers. Weghorst isn't really good enough. There's a massive drop-off. And today, the quality from Anthony Martial was there. The manager really likes him. He needs to stay fit and prove his worth to the manager. And if he can stay fit, he could have a massive and influential end to the season too. So I thought his performance was good today. Hopefully we can get a little bit more out of him in terms of minutes and fitness. Sancho, I saw some people in the comments on Paddock kind of laying into him. Thought Sancho played really well today. He's never going to be the guy that's rip-roaring past people and running at 100 miles per hour. He's not that guy. He's not that quick. And sometimes you wish he'd put his foot through something and maybe have a shot rather than take a touch and look up. But if you take that away from him, that composure, that calmness on the ball, you lose the things that he's great at. He's great with the ball at his feet. Those little short, sharp movements, passing, 1-2s, bringing his fullback in. I think it helped that he had Diogo Dalot on his flank today. Those two made up a great partnership down the right on the pre-season tour, which we haven't got really to see much of. I thought Sancho was really good today. And I do feel sorry for him at times, because I think people have seen we've spent so much money on him, and they've they expect him to do what Rashford's and running at everyone and just trying to take. He's not that kind of player. Do you know what I mean? He knows what he's good at, and I thought we're seeing him get closer to being at his best. Although I still think there's more we can do in terms of the fullback runs and things like that. Good performance from him and the front three today when they were on the pitch. We have to keep him on the pitch though. Sancho's had his injury issues. and form issues. Martial, the same. Antony, he's been fit, but he's had his form issues. Those three can form a real good front three. And that's even without Marcus Rashford, who's been our best player this season. Thought Bruno was excellent. We're going to miss him midweek against Sevilla. We lost Sabitzer to injury. Hopefully that's not too much because it'd be nice to have him available. Thought Eriksen coming and was really good though. Casemiro, he looked a bit raw, a little bit rushed, a little bit rusty against Sevilla. He was back at his best today, making some crucial tackles. And as I said, Maguire, Lindelof, there were a few scary moments with them. But I thought they got through it and they grew in confidence as the game went on and they got better. But they will be tested more against Brighton and against Sevilla. And that's where I kind of worry about things. But today, absolutely fantastic from United. A huge, huge 3 points. We really needed to step up and deliver. And that we did. And we're a step closer to having Champions League football back at Old Trafford next season. Man of the match, as I said, Bruno Fernandes, but notable mentions to Antony, of course, to Sancho, to Martial, even to Maguire, who I thought did well at times today. But yeah, I thought that front three were really good and something we could work on there. But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're keeping it locked, you're liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing as Man United get another win, another clean sheet, and we go one step closer to cementing that third spot in the table. Get your thoughts in the comments. We'll see you in a bit.